there was a new person that had just popped into just reality. A certain kitty with a certain snarfy way of talking. But before we get into him and Frank's discussion, there is one other person who has popped into our reality. Blake!
Yes.
You're on your way home. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Morgana's told you that she still hasn't made it home yet from her date. And as you're on your way home, you're walking. You don't need to, you like to be energy conservative. You like to help the environment. So as you're walking, and then you look to your right. And
What?
you're looking at it, and number one, you're like, is that excuse me, but that looks like a cartoon pony. Specifically an alicorn. And it's purple. Ha!
Well, that answers that question.
You know which one it is.
I was going to ask, was it white, blue, pink, or purple?
My good man, you know exactly which series I'm referring to. So
That was the only series that had alicorns, if I remember correctly.
very true. So cartoon alicorn pony. She's purple, and the best way to put this is it looks like the aftermath of when the Terminator appeared. It's just a smoldering crater, and then there's this animated pony lying on the ground. Blake, what do you want to do?
I think Blake blinks for a moment, and he's gonna hurry over, and I think he's looking around. He's trying to reach out with his senses and try to make sure because I think because how you describe it, I just see the pony and I see the aftermath. Did I hear anything leading up to it is my question.
You thought you heard an explosion.
Okay, then I think as I'm running up, I'm keeping an ear out to try to just be prepared for the sound of another explosion, the beginnings of an explosion.
Give me a perception roll.
All right. Let me double check one thing quickly because I do not have my background, so I want to make sure I didn't. Okay, this is not from my background. This is from my class, so I'm good.
Here we go.
That is a 14.
Okay. This is what Blake sees. Blake, as you're going, you're keeping an eye out. Because that was clearly an explosion, so you're expecting to see maybe some form of explosive coming, or maybe even a blast. Who knows? But as you're looking, you think you see out of the corner of your eyes another animated character. But this one looks odd. Because number one, you feel killing intent. And number two, it reminds you of that one cartoon cat that hates Mondays. But this one's kind of buff. Damn! And then it's gone. And you've reached the pony. What do you do?
I am gonna make like a cleric and lay on hands with, or well, I guess it's not called lay on hands with this. It's what is it?
Okay,
Healing
Blake.
hands. Healing hands.
So,
Good.
this is what I want you to do. I want you to pull out 2d6 for me. And I want you to roll those 2d6.
Oh boy.
Because this is where I'm now going to borrow mechanics from Monster of the Week.
That's a 3. Actually, you know what, Brian? I actually can suggest something for this. I actually have converted the Monster Week rules to D&D.
Oh, no. I wasn't going to make this a failure. I was just going to give you the 3 choices.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry. No.
Oh no,
Don't worry.
I just know for like if you wanted to pull this again, there's an easy way to do it.
Oh, wunderbar.
With D. You scale by 5.
Perfect.
So
Good.
you have the DC for success. 5 is there's a 5 for mix, and then 5 for. I scale it further. I just do it by 5s.
Okay.
And depending on how high the DC, it determines how many levels of you can scale it down.
Okay, but so Blake, this is what happens. This is your choices. I'm going to give you a hard choice, the worst outcome, and a hard choice to make. So, hard choice you're going to have to make is because as you're going to do your healing and lay your hands onto this cartoon pony, underneath her, unbeknownst to Blake, there was a lasagna tray.
Oh no.
And as you were just about to lay hands, it was going off to explode. So here's your choice, Blake. I will let you, for free, get the pony out of the way. But if you want to go with her, that's going to be an acrobatics. The worst outcome is you just decide to throw her out of the way and take the explosion full on. What is Blake's
Brian,
decision?
I actually have a counter offer for you.
Ooh, hit me with it.
I want to use acrobatics, but I think seeing this, a sense of this, what I want to do is I want to scoop up the pony.
Gotcha.
Fall backwards onto the lasagna tray with my shield still on my back, and try to ride the explosion.
Give me your acrobatics roll, please.
Well, that is a 1 and a 7 plus a 7, so a 24.
Take the narrative. Paint this scene for us, please. That's how good of a roll you just did. You take the narrative.
I think I start to scoop him up, and then I just see the flash of white below, and it's this power that I have now as a glitch mark. I feel like I start to see. I see the code behind what's going on.
Ah.
Like it's sort of like if you've seen the Sherlock movies with Robert Downey Jr.
Yes, I know exactly what you're saying.
It's like that, but with Matrix coding.
So what you're kind of saying, it's kind of like Nicolas Cage in the movie Next.
Maybe I haven't seen that movie.
Yes.
Oh, it's fantastic. You got to watch it. It's interesting how his power works. I really enjoy it because it's basically the idea is that he sees every decision that he could possibly make and what the outcome it is and how it works out, so he can take that outcome.
Huh. Interesting. But yeah, like I think I don't think I can. I feel like my primary focus is on protecting this pony. So like and I feel like I sort of feel like have we established that Excalibur is out there? I forgot.
Yes, we have. Curtis is actually in possession of the Excalibur.
You know, that actually makes me wonder something. I gotta ask you. Brian, as a nerd, how aware are you of Captain Britain?
Wait, Captain Britain. Tell me about him.
Well, I don't know if this is in like actual lore, but the character had a choice. Whoever became Captain Britain would have a choice between the sword and the pendant. I'm just wondering, is there a shield equivalent to Excalibur in Legend?
So the shield, I have an idea of what you're thinking of. It wouldn't
The only
be
shield that I can think of mythology-wise would be Zeus's Aegis, which has nothing to do with Excalibur.
Wait,
and I believe there's
isn't that my dad? Isn't that my dad?
Yes, it is. Yes, he is. So that would actually make a lot of sense for you to have that very shield.
Okay, yeah, because I think that's what my focus is. Like, my focus is on protecting the pony. So I kind of tuck and roll around. And I feel like I think it's too dangerous. It's more dangerous to get out of the way just because I'm not going to be able to control. Because I have my father's shield. I'm trying to control the effects that the explosion is going to have on both of us. And so like I'm like I don't know the right term. I don't want to say bunch up around, but kind of like pulling them close, wrapping around, pulling up legs. I don't know the best way to describe it. He's basically like making as much of a ball around them as he can while having the shield directly facing the threat.
That's perfect. So I'll go one step farther. I'll just say that you completely cover the tray with the shield and you're on top of it. And you're holding the pony above your head. And what's going to happen is this explosion is going to go off and it's going to propel you in the air. And as you're going in the air, all you just hear is I hate Mondays. I really do. Go on. I require lasagna.
Oh God!
Wait a second! I just realized something. I gotta look up. I am looking up something because I think I can actually. I'm gonna break.
I will let you do. What do you want to do, Blake?
I have to make sure if I have a spell as a sorcerer, a certain spell, because I could maybe break this scene.
Go for it.
All right, let's see.
Oh.
Okay, I do not have spell level. Okay, wait. Actually, is there another one? Let me see. No. Okay, yeah. No, I cannot break this because I don't have a third level spell. Shoot.
Oh, no way.
The voice. It does nothing else. You fly away.
Wait. Actually, wait. Wait. Let me double check. I just realized something. Oh, never mind. Okay. Yeah, I can't do it.
And the last thing Blake sees as he flies off in the air with the pony, with the Alicorn cartoon pony, is he sees what appears to be a man in a very fine brown suit, but he's animated, walks from a tree line, and then what appears to be a black inky puddle appears next to him. And then a woman slowly emerges wearing a very fine sun hat, a wide-brimmed hat. The last thing that Blake thinks he makes out as he sees her is that she is slowly giving this cartoon man a kiss. As they look in your direction, Blake. And you swear you think you see a sliver of a smile appear on their faces.
What the fuck? That's Blake saying that.
What the fuck?
And then this is when I will come to one of my favorite devils, Mr. Earl.
What up, play?
Thankfully, it's the same for you. So convenient that all these calls are coming in and your significant others are saying that they're busy and gone away from you. You have some free time. Maybe you'll hit up a bar. You don't know, but maybe you'll hit up late that tall, sexy lady. But who knows?
Oh.
Maybe now's not the time yet. But as you're walking, is that a tray of lasagna? Give me an acrobatics roll, Mr. Nick.
Alright. I just want to also make it be known that Earl is not as in people think he is.
Oh no!
I'm just gonna make that abundantly clear. If it's not deep fried or fucking bad, Earl probably ain't gonna eat it.
Well, that's good. I don't think you would want to eat this tray of lasagna.
There we go. It did not want to roll. So what did you say? An acrobatics?
Yeah.
Oh, alright, cool. That's 18. 15 plus 3, baby.
Damn, Earl, you do a magnificent tuck and roll.
I'm the devil, lots
As
of
this
metal.
as this tray of lasagna explodes before your very eyes. And I mean, this is an impressive explosion. Thankfully, you are very nimble and quick on your feet.
Jesus. The fucking tray of lasagna explodes?
Mm.
Jesus. Okay, Earl's gonna be like, what in the fuck?
I think you mean cheeses.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I pray to Jesus, this is not what it seems.
Unfortunately, it is.
Stop it.
So why did this tray of lasagna, like Earl very confused at this point. He's like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Would you like to give me a perception roll?
Sure. I was gonna say investigation, perception, something to try and figure out why this tray of lasagna just exploded in Earl's face.
He wants the sauce of the problem.
So you said you want a perception?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what is my perception? Oh, that's plus 3 as well. So that's an unnatty 20. 17 plus 3,
There you
baby.
In the smoke.
Ooh.
In the smoke in front of you, Mr. Nick. This is where it all begins.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
My name
Devil.
is John Arbuckle. I am 26 years old.
Fuck.
I work as a cartoonist. Every day I get up at 8 a.m., do my calisthenics, making sure I'm very healthy. I enjoy a nice, nutritious breakfast. The smoke starts to dissipate, and you think you see a glowing pair of eyes appearing next to where this voice is coming from.
Look, there's a
Now,
cat there in it.
you feel like it's a feline shape that's appearing as well. I may not be the most physically fit, but if I'm ever challenged to a fight, I will not lose. Now you see, I'm just trying to live a quiet life. And you, Earl, are an obstacle to my quiet life.
Hey, Brian.
Yes.
Are you pulling the Yoshikage Kira?
No,
You caught me. You caught me. Yeah, I'm doing the John Arbuckle Yoshikage Kira quote piece
God.
right now. And the
Wonderful.
smoke fully dissipates, and you see a man in a fine brown suit, curly permed hair, and he's a cartoon. And behind him is a massive, grotesque-looking cat floating behind him with spiked arm bangles, an orange coat with brown stripes.
Word. All right.
This is my stand, Killer Garfield.
Jesus fuck. Uh,
So,
Earl says this. Earl says
Earl,
this loudly.
Earl, you get a freebie, because deep inside of you, you hear three voices. Time pauses for this, by the way, when you're inside your mental chamber.
Jeez.
You're summoned to a blank, empty room with a massive cage in front of you. And there lays down the massive dog known as Cerberus.
Oh yeah.
Are you now doing a Naruto thing?
Oh yeah.
This was specifically for Nick. We actually found a way to make this work. Cerberus is going to tell you this, Earl. Earl. You might want to start running.
but, hear me out. Hear
No.
me out.
One butt, three heads. It's Cerberus,
God
not Cerber ass.
damn it. God damn, that one made me tear up a little.
Oh, that was good.
Ah.
I'm gonna look at Cerberus and go, Cerby, baby, let's fuck him up. I mean, he just blew a fucking lasagna up in my face. That's pretty damn disrespectful.
Earl, trust me, I desire to give you a little power up and maybe take a nibble. But it's not just him I fear. It's the one behind him. Not the cat. Her.
Who heard? Did I miss somebody? Because all I saw was a cat and a dude in a brown suit.
You look, Earl. You think you see a twinge in his shadow.
Oh,
As
fuck,
if
we
a
got a predator
tendril.
situation?
You think you see like something twitching in his shadow, and it's like,
She's not from this plane. She's not even from our original universe. She's something much more. Something more eldritch. Something inky.
Oh, one of them things. I mean, so, like, we could try and reach out and touch her. And if shit don't look like it's gonna go well, we can dip. I mean, I'm
so,
kind of itching for a good brawl.
okay, so Nick, this is going to be very dangerous what you're about to do. Not because of John Arbuckle, but because I have to do this now. Because of who you're facing right now. And you're about to threaten her love. This is what's about to happen. The gates in your mind open, and Cerberus tells you there's no time for games. We have to institute level 0.
Oh.
And your arms shoot out from your side as two of the heads
Wait,
bite
is that
down.
an X-Aid reference?
No,
Eric
probably.
knows what I'm referencing when I say level 0.
Yep.
The two Cerberus heads bite down on Earl's arms, and the final head bites down on where his head would be. An explosion of energy explodes. And standing there now is Earl wearing a black and red flowing long jacket.
Oh.
He has long, sharp talons where his fingers in. He has kind of a wolfish look to his face now.
Earl rolls his shoulders and cracks his knuckles, and he goes, "It's gonna be a good one, boy." And he's gonna reach out and touch this fucker somehow.
So now, Earl, I let all this happen for one thing, because you're going to need every little power up you can get, because I'm giving you advantage on all your rolls now, because that's when she comes out from from his shadows, and she just says, "Cerberus." Hey, Sean, you remember what happened to Raj?
Yeah.
That's what's happening right now. Earl,
Oh
what
God!
type of role do I need to give you to resist Cerberus's name being devoured?
Oh shit.
Jesus fuck!
Because that's what's happening. Is that this is the lore worm
God damn it!
from
I knew
fictional
it.
heroism,
I fucking knew it. I don't
and
know
you
what
have
the
just
wisdom or
threatened her love, John Arbuckle.
Arcana.
Okay, give me an Arcana roll.
Actually, no. I think it would be a history check.
Okay, cool. Give me an. This is going to be
am.
this is going to be a challenging history check, but you have advantage.
I'm proficient with history though, so I got a +5.
Yeah,
Damn,
because
that's-
I would say it would be a history check because you're basically trying to. I based it off of a role play with another friend where like my character as Opia was he told off chaos and order by refusing he broke a god because he refused to forget his sister as they tried to unwrite her from reality, and he basically did force of will.
Listen, lore worm could suck my dick. That's a nat 20 +5.
At first, you see the form of Cerberus's ethereal form ripping from your body. You see what looks like a strange glowing text in the middle of this ethereal form as it pulls back into you, and you shoot back a few feet. She smiles as she
Well,
looks at
time
you.
to go, Serby. Let's go. And I
Okay, give me.
am hauling ass.
I was going to say, if you want to keep going, she would say the name again. She
Nope,
just
that
smiles and she just waves goodbye
was.
as she
Yeah,
turns to her love and she says, "Soon you'll have a human form and you'll be perfect."
the fuck you will, Earl says as he's running.
She glowers as she looks in your direction.
There.
She does not know your name, so you're safe, Earl.
Nope, she doesn't need my name. That's perfectly fine. Earl is gone. Earl saw all of that shit unfolding, and Cerberus almost got taken, and Earl's like, nope, time to go. Fuck this. I have seen all I need to see. I may
Oh.
be a
Shit,
death,
I'm out.
I
So-
may be a death god, but I cannot overcome shit like that.
I'm pretty much going to say it like this. This was literally that moment from One Punch Man when she said Cerberus. You just saw death appear behind her as as she just stood there as that name was being pulled. But you have some valuable information you get to take away. I'll come back to you, Earl, because we're going to go back to another point. Because we're going to visit Curtis.
Alrighty.
Curtis. Right in front of you lands a peculiar looking little short sword. And the emblem is red with what looks like a lion emblem on it.
I'm going
Do
to
you pick
nitpick.
Mm-hmm.
It actually kind of looks more like a panther, and two,
Thank you. Okay,
if
no,
if it's in
you're
the
right.
short sword form, it would be a cat's eye.
Sorry, my bad. No, you're 100% correct. So
I damn well better be. This is my bread and butter.
You know what sword this is, Curtis.
Damn straight I do.
You know what this is, Eric. Do you pick it up?
No.
Oh.
I look around to see if the owner is near.
Give me a perception roll.
I mean, it's not exactly smart to go picking up random. Oh, damn it! I forgot to put the weapon away. Perception roll.
Brian, you're gonna hate my spells.
Mm.
Because let's put it this way: I'm taking the cantrips, can't trip, level 1 cannot trip.
That is a 15 on the die, a perception of 3 for an 18 total.
Well, yes, as you're looking and examining in the distance, that's when you see it looks like two animated characters. The first, they are horribly injured.
Oh?
And the first one, he looks like literally as if he was ripped from the age of the Aztecs and the Mayans. But he kind of has like a mummy-like face.
No, no, no.
He has wrappings on his wrists and carrying on his back, and he's lovingly carrying this figure. It looks like a lion man with red hair. And he's running.
Wait, Aztec?
Sorry, so that's the best way I could think of Mumra's headdress. My bad.
No, I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, it would still technically be Egyptian. I'm just like,
My bad. You're right.
are you
Egyptian
introducing
headdress.
Are you introducing a different character that I actually might not know?
But no. My bad. I should have said an Egyptian headdress.
Yeah.
So yes, this is exactly who you're thinking it is, and he is carrying on his back who you think that is.
That's a change. That's bad. Because if they're pulling an enemy mine situation. All right, question time. Who are they running from?
How well versed are you in the Thundercats comics, Mr. Eric?
Fairly.
Very well.
So there is. Who do you remember as the ultimate arch nemesis of the Thundercats, and even Mumra? Mumra had to team up with the Thundercats to take down their leader when they came. They looked like a certain kind of dog.
Dog.
The
Fuck.
Dobermans.
Okay, you're going to that comic. All right.
You see that figure.
The Doberman. Okay.
Yes, it's clearly that leader wearing some kind of battle armor.
Oh boy. Well, in that case, yes, I am picking up the Sword of Omens.
You hear something in the back of your mind. And that's, oh God, what is his name? What was the, oh God.
Jaga.
Damn, you knew exactly who I was asking for. You see an
Yeah,
ethereal,
you were wanting the mentor. That's Jaga.
You see an ethereal figure appear before you. Descendant of the Arthurians. Shout out the name, Thundercats, and our power will be yours.
You know what's funny? Because I think there was an actual episode from the 80s cartoon that did cross over with King Arthur and have Excalibur. So, I'm right there.
Yes.
Oh, you're really beating me to the punch because your guns are glowing, dude.
Oh, the random shit that I remember. All right.
So, if you know how to do the chant, does Curtis do that?
With gusto, my friend.
Give it to me.
He thrusts the sword over his head, goes, Thunder! 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 Thundercats! Ho!
That's a beam of light hits Curtis. As literally everything around you starts glowing. Everything feels right. The sword grows. And then the panther emblem appears. But then something even more happens.
Oh.
Your guns come from the holsters,
Oh.
and fuse together into the Excalibur.
Oh shit, I'm dual wielding! Okay! I'm down for this!
In your right, you wield the Sword of Omens. In your left, you wield the Excalibur.
Oh, right.
Oh.
I let you take the narration. What do you want to do?
Alright, well, as that happens, I'm going to take it one step further. It activates my costume.
Oh,
I mean, if I'm going full 80s cartoon here, I'm gonna go all the way, dude.
oh.
My
You really are beating me to the punch, because if that's what happens, you remember when I told you something was going to happen during this season?
Yes.
When you activate your costume, your suit of armor, it starts to change.
What does it change into? Because I thought we were going with the gunslinger long coat and hat.
I'm giving you one other thing, Mr. Herrick.
Do tell.
So, your pyramid, your puzzle, turns into what looks like a mechanical device, but kind of like a little short sword flute.
No!
Mm.
Oh my god! Just give me everything, why don't you?
I didn't expect you to pull out the suit so quickly. And your costume, what would have been the jacket and the hat,
Yeah.
becomes a suit of armor. It reminding you of back in the
Would-
day. There was a TV show.
Would it happen to be a somewhat skin-tight suit of white armor with a cat-like helmet?
Yep.
That's what I thought.
And there we go. Boom! Curtis taunts his head should.
So I'm wearing Tommy's White Ranger armor. I have the dragon dagger,
Mm-hmm.
and I am dual wielding Excalibur and the Sword of fucking Omens.
Mm-hmm.
Who did I give spaghetti to? Was it in the?
Richard. Oh no, we will be addressing that because spaghetti is going to be coming back to someone.
Yeah, you gave me
Oh yeah,
spaghetti
you gave it to
because
Curtis.
sword.
You gave it. Yep. So,
Mhm.
Curtis, take it away.
Okay,
The Doberman leader stops in his tracks and looks in your direction.
I turn my swords into a reverse grip and get into a fighting stance. And I actually put myself in between him and Mumra/Lionel. Sit! Stay, doggy!
We were warned we'd run into troubles. You must be the friend of the life giver I was warned of. I can smell the Arthurian descent upon you.
I turn Excalibur into a right-handed grip, and I use that to point towards him. I am Curtis Everman, heir to Excalibur, wielder of the Sword of Justice. Stand down or face your fate.
He looks at you. He contemplates.
A good leader knows when it's time to retreat. And I will do just that.
Oh, you beat me to a pithy quip.
I will shatter the pillars. And we will bring our world to yours.
And he takes off running into the distance. Mumra looks and goes,
Please, take us to the one named Blake.
and he collapses on the ground.
Yeah. I'm a friggin' protector Asimar. I'm gonna pop my wings, I'm gonna pick them up, and I'm gonna fly to Blake.
And now, finally, we're going to join in with one last person who's been very patient. Because he's been standing in front of a cartoon cat, and that is Frank.
Snake is just smoking a cigarette. Looking at the cat.
Oh,
He looks at the cat. What do you want?
oh, oh, wow. Just in just the worst kind of snarfing emergency.
Language.
This is how much of trouble this is. Oh, and you seem very nice, mister.
What do you need?
Well, I don't know. I need to find a man by the name of Blake. Snarf, snarf.
Blake have a last name? Or is it just Blake?
Well,
Because there's a lot of Blakes out there, and we will probably be, if you're looking for a man named Blake in the city, you might spend probably a whole, I don't know, year? 2 years? Who knows?
oh, snarf. Why do you people have such common names? Oh, snarf, snarf, snarf.
Do you
Oh.
have a last name? Or do you have a description or an image?
Oh, wait. Jaga gave me something. Hold on. And he's going to reach into his fur, and he pulls out a little glowing orb. I forgot. This told me it can show me show me him. You see a man riding on a shield in an explosion, holding a cartoon pony above his head.
I recognize this image, Brian.
What is this is your chance. What do you want? You said you wanted to be the new security in Hastermart, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So, I told you that we are still in the time skip. It's been 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you know Blake. You know that's Blake, and you don't. You're just like, wait. Now, how well versed is Frank in pop culture?
A little bit, I would say. I mean, he's only about. I'm going to say that he was created post the removal of death. So he's only about. Well, his rebirth is about 3 years. But he looks 40. So he's been around this world for about the same time as we ended the last season of Hasturmart.
Love it, love it. So you had your cartoon phase. In your head, you just think Twilight Sparkle, and then it really clicks in your head. You're looking at Snarf from Thundercats.
Okay, I'm not sure Frank would know that reference, but he would know some cartoons. Like he would know that. Oh, that's a.
I would
Hello,
agree.
Pony.
He's a little too young to know Transformers, Thundercats.
So
No,
I
At least the
I was
80s
actually
version.
about to really get to you because the Thundercats you're thinking the Snarf he thinks of is from Thundercats Roar.
Oh God.
Oh God, no, no, not that
Exactly.
one. Not
No,
like
I'm
This is
gonna
the
call it.
original Snarf.
no. So
Oh, okay.
lore,
This is the
let me
original
do this
Snarf.
lore-wise. Can I do this lore-wise?
Frank
Go
is
ahead, take it
thinking-
away.
The cartoons he's familiar with are Looney Tunes, like the very
Ooh.
old ones, because that's all he had access to was like DVDs of the old. Like he knows Popeye, he knows that
The
stuff.
classic
wait,
good
wait,
stuff.
Wait. So he will know Popeye?
He knows Popeye.
Oh, this is going to be really good.
Frank. Oh, I had an idea for something. I'm going to ask you, Brian, real quickly.
Hit me with it.
Well, I was thinking recently, what if because I'm using a Hexblade Warlock, and that although my patron is my significant other, could my weapon be kind of like a symbiote?
You know, you say that, and I think we have some homebrew that's
Yeah.
basically Warlock of the
I
We do
Symbiote.
have a
don't
warrior.
see a problem with that. That would work just fine, dude.
Okay.
And
I have a funny idea how it's gonna like keep in my body.
I really love the fact that you said the last thing you said was Popeye.
Mhm.
Because in this alleyway you are just going to start to hear a
What the? Frank turns around. It's like, is that Popeye? I hear.
well, blow me down. There, Snarf.
God, this is
What?
Cartoon All Stars. I swear to God.
I told you guys this was going to be a really fun one.
Frank
And I was
looks
just
at
trying to think of
Popeye,
the
confused.
So,
He
and
drops a
I'm
cigarette.
actually, so this Popeye stat block is what we were actually kind of talking about for the Eldritch Tune campaign. So I'm borrowing this from Sean for what we
All right.
all talked about, guys. Remember the fighting monk?
Frank
Oh,
drops
no.
his cigarette, like confused.
Because the Popeye you see is wearing a red, belt across his head, like Ryu from Street Fighter, and he's wearing a karate gi.
Oh my god.
I love this. I am here for this.
Frank does not know how to respond. He just looks at him, drops his cigarette, just from kind of like confusion, and Frank goes, "What was in that thing?"
I trust me, mister. There was nothing in what you just smoked.
Am I hallucinating you, or
Like,
did I
and
take
I
a
should
notch to
know,
the head?
Toot Toot.
Because last time I checked, you're a cartoon character. No offense.
Yes, Snarf. Well, the reason why we're all here is
God, fictional
because
heroism is leaking over into Hasturmart.
And also, it's already in Awa.
Oh, God. What,
Sean
Hasturmart
really.
or fictional heroism?
What do you think? Who do you think did the thing to Fernstrad?
Oh, God damn it.
The lore worm,
Restaurant
the lore worm is just, it makes so much sense with her that. So, and just, well, it all started when she appeared, and well, she met that man, and they went after our pillars. And each
Okay.
one that falls, the closer we come to your world. Snarf, snarf, snarf.
Frank puts his hands together to his face, takes a deep exhale.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, inhale.
Mhm.
Okay, put it in simple terms.
That was simple.
I know. What I mean was, what I mean is, like Frank is like, I need the short version. Tell me in specific details. What are the
Close
Okay,
pillars?
False.
Jeremy, you're pulling a
Who are
Saitama,
they?
you monster.
Hey, Ed, how much I'm gonna and tell me where it's going on in very as much detail as possible with as less
As
words
few
as
words as
possible.
possible.
So,
Or
this
as
is
they say
when-
in Spaceballs, the short version.
so this is when Popeye looks at you and goes, "Well, we're gonna have to do this while running." As he reaches into his shirt and pulls out a can of spinach, crushes it, it shoots up, goes into his little corncob pipe, and he gets, the do, and he looks as he picks up Snarf, and
He
Frank,
picks you up.
somehow he's able to pick you up perfectly sitting on his other arm as he goes, "We gotta get running because somehow Bluto's gotten a power up."
Oh god, it's like Kingdom Hearts and Pete.
You see both buildings beside you start to crumble and smash coming down as Popeye takes off running with you both.
Frank summons his symbiote gun. Like it oozes out of the stitches from his arm as
Yeah, nope.
green
Ooh. Oh, I like
fluid
it.
just kind of curls up and kind of makes a glove around his hand as as a revolver appears on his hand.
As this is appearing, you see a tear in Popeye's eye as he goes, "I'll get revenge for olive oil, I promise! I promise, Pluto!"
Oh damn!
Hey, Nerdy, by the way, can you voice my gun?
Happily. Oh, just give me. I'm having to do so many characters.
I
Just
know,
give me
I
one
know.
second. I apologize.
You're
I
doing
know, I
quite
just
well.
Oh, thank you. And I was like, please let me at least try to do these animated characters some justice. So, as you're hearing the laughter and you see the building just crumble, purely a spectacle of muscle, you just recognize the face of Bluto on this Herculean form. Oh.
Somebody got to power up.
Master! Frank, I think the best we have is one shot against this beast.
Is that what you're
Yeah.
thinking?
Yeah, kind of like that. Frank, hold on, let me think, because I can fire magic out of this gun, like cantrips and stuff. So I'm using this as my what's it called?
Oh, don't worry, guys.
Spellcasting focus.
Cause this is go. Just tell me what it shoots out, because you're not going to need the roll, because this is where the last villain I'm going to introduce comes from. Because as you fire this blast from the gun, you just hear, "You fool! You have to remember the block!" As a shield shoots up, as a man wearing a blue
I was gonna do something.
in it. Just give me
Blue
1
what?
second, Dice. He's wearing a
Alright.
blue commander outfit with a blue hood on his head.
You son of a bitch!
You fool! You always have to depend on me, don't you? The
I'm gonna
Cobra
do.
Commander.
Hey,
you're gonna,
I have
you
an
are
idea.
gonna
I have
destroy
an.
your voice.
So
What's
here's what I want to do. I want
It's
you.
I'm gonna
How
die.
how many feet is he away from us? Just curious.
Popeye has gotten you now at least 40 feet away.
I'm gonna use Thunderstep. Remember who Bluto is? Like the name rings a bell, but then I'm blanking on the face because I've seen Popeye. But I
The
like
big guy who is Popeye's nemesis, who has the big black beard, and
Okay.
he's literally the one character who can always give Popeye a run for his money.
I'm
Check
gonna
check
do
Hastermart.
Thunderstep onto on the character's head.
Mm-hmm.
If I have enough action to do this, I'm gonna slide a gas mask on my face and pop out and pull a pin on one of Alistair's favorite smoke grenades. The Hastermart Spicy Special.
You're providing cover.
No, I'm gonna basically cram it up his nose. I'm on his nose. So I'm gonna throw the Alistair's famous Carolina Reaper pepper spray up the big guy's nose and just chuck it in like a grenade.
My goodness. So, Dice, you do realize you're doing this to a character from Rubber Hose Animation Time. This is what's going to happen. Give me an acrobatics roll to recover from this.
No
Because
problem.
I don't think you're going to expect what was coming.
I know what's coming.
I know what's coming. You
That night
fool!
20 and that
His
20.
whole body from head, starting from the feet, start to turn just turn red. What'd you get?
I rolled a
You're,
nat 20.
you're able to successfully get away. You jump away as he just launches out like a flamethrower from his mouth.
That was
That's
spicy.
spicy meatball.
That was a little spicy.
Frank lands on the ground and then starts running up to and like continues running with Popeye.
Come on, boy, we gotta go.
As he
Yeah.
runs back and scoops you up.
Hope
Well,
that
boy,
takes care of him for a little bit.
I think he'll be remembering that one now.
Uh-huh. Frank removes his gas mask.
Last thing you see Well, actually, you can't see anything because, well, actually, yeah, you can. You just see the Cobra Commander kicking Bluto in the shin, going, "You fool!" And now, this is when I will say, all of you guys group up together as Blake lands safely in front of the entrance of Hastermart. Popeye, just listening to Frank telling him where to go, ends up at Hastermart. Curtis lands at Hastermart. And Earl, you just trying to get the fuck away from that. You were like, I'm going to Hastermart.
Out this shit.
So I'm gonna shout something at Blake real quickly. Right, on seeing him. What the fuck did you do? There's a giant Pluto chasing us. What the fuck did you guys do?
I did nothing. I did nothing.
Not a damn thing.
Well, these two are looking for you. I need to know what the fuck's going on, why the cartoons are here then, and trying to figure out what the hell is going on. In a nutshell.
You know, I'm going to before I do anything, I'm going to let you guys keep taking the scene because I'm loving this. God damn, you guys have been doing fucking awesome.
Make it 3. As Blake carefully sets down Mumra and Lion-O.
Earl says, I found John and Garfield, although not John and Garfield, and there's also something else, and we're probably fucked.
Wait. Cycle back. We're dealing with an influx of animated characters from beloved classic series, and you come at us with John and Garfield, but not John and Garfield.
So John's definitely John, but Garfield looks like a fucking
Here, I'm gonna post a picture for you right now.
looks like a death god of some kind. Like, I don't know.
Does the term eldritch horror come to mind when you look at this thing?
Yes, there you go. Sorry, I'm fucking something trying to take Cerberus from me. Dumb fucking stupid fucking lady fucking said his fucking name and almost took Cerberus away for good.
Can I roll on that, Brian?
Go right ahead.
What do I roll?
Give me a history roll, actually.
All right. And I'm counting on this because of my, well, we all grew up, this is our world, but, you know, I grew up in the Church of Cthulhu.
So, that is who you guys have been seeing.
Oh, by the way, after we're done with the session, Brian, can you tell me the churches that are in this universe? Because Frank,
I will get you a list of those, my man.
Okay.
So there's actually a specific reason why I'm having Curtis roll history for this,
right?
Because he's going to have a little help coming his way. So you get to roll this with an advantage, by the way, Curtis.
I want to reveal one of my new abilities.
Ooh, shit! That's a 19. Plus history of 3, so that's 22. And for advantage, again. All right, so I either get a 22 or a 22. How are we doing?
Wow, this works perfectly. So I get to do this. I'm so happy. Are you a fan of the original Clash of the Titans?
Ray Harryhausen's stop motion animation epic.
Do you remember the little owl?
Oh, yes! I love that little thing!
You see in the distance, as flying from the distance, comes a little owl. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
The thing is, his name is on the tip of my tongue.
You recognize this as a so it is not going to have the same name. This has been named Merlin because this was made for you by Lancelot.
I can dig it.
Merlin comes in. Ooh, ooh.
Merlin. Oh, this can't be good.
And this is when he's going to shine down a little light from his little head. And there's Lancelot, and he goes,
let me guess, it's a blue holographic head, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, come on. I'm a Power Ranger. Might as well go the distance, right?
My Lord Curtis, I will have to tell you, this is pretty dire. This is something that we have tangled with in the past that we never thought we would see her again. This
What
is a
is-
creature we call the lore worm. She eats names, Curtis.
So Earl tells me.
Her power is beyond us, and we don't understand where she came from. Even the great-grandfather cannot tell us where she came from.
I might have a lead on that, actually. And he motions to the the cartoon characters in front of all of us.
The
I'm
big
betting-
blue head's eyes bulge.
It's like, I'm betting she's from a different universe. Just a thought.
This. Oh.
To reason.
Hey, Brian, I
Mm-hmm.
just messaged you, and
I saw that. I saw
Yeah.
that.
I did. So, did they take damage because I did Thunderstep? Because it does 3d10 damage on a failsafe or half.
This is one of those moments to where even with the damage, it just kind of gets negated. Because, like I said, the Cobra Commander was there. He had your spell kind of got neutralized.
Okay.
And this is where
Okay.
Mumra starts to change. He becomes just a decrepit-looking mummy in a red cloak, and he's cradling Lion-O. Like, my boy, it'll be fine. We still have many more battles against each other. And he looks at you. I'll tell you everything.
Any information you have that'll help us face this lore worm thing would be very useful, yes.
She's trying to destroy the pillars in our universe. In each one of our worlds, a character represents a pillar of the universe of animation, binding us all together, binding our world. And she's been destroying each one. And with each death, our world cracks, bringing our world to yours. She wants all of them gone. And then when our worlds are two, she wants to have, she slowly turns to Blake. Have him give the other one life. True life.
The other one?
The one with the cat.
Cartoon, the annoyed cartoonist. We've got a Daffy Duck situation.
God
Just
damn, you
rubs
got,
his
yeah,
face.
that's really appropriate. That actually really works.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Frank raises his hand.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were
So,
asking.
she's trying to kill every pillar, correct?
Yes.
Basically
And
the main
every
character of the
character
cartoon.
represents a pillar. Then aren't the people serving her, or is basically serving their own death warrants, essentially?
She must be promising them continued existence after their world crumbles. Ultimate power, whatever they were chasing in whatever their world was.
Oh, delightful. Oh.
There's a reason why they're still not the same, yet they are. They sold their true name to her for continued existence.
Well, at least the good news is Frank's not my real name. Well,
That
I don't even know what my real name
raises
is.
an interesting question, though, and I'm sorry to interrupt, Dice.
Mm-hmm.
What?
No, I mean, we were both talking in character, and I'm apologizing to you for
No
for
No,
me as
no
Curtis
problem.
stepping on you as Frank's toes. That brings an interesting question to mind. He looks at Mumra. Why are you helping him? Shouldn't you have been the one we have to fight, not the Doberman?
Why would I sell my name to some monster that thinks she's above me? I'm Mumra the Great!
The ever-living. All right.
You got it there, bub. But
What about the ancient sources of evil?
You caught me. This was my last time I could ever invoke them. Was to protect Lionel. And it was worth it. I regret nothing.
This is the situation we're in. The big bad of the series forsook ultimate power to save his mortal enemy. The lore worm. This tells me the lore worm is not to be fucked around with.
I just had an evil idea.
Please tell me.
I am going to send you a Twitter post, Brian, and see what you think.
Oh, this is going to be great.
Frank says something. I am way too sober for this situation. Or maybe I'm sober enough and I just don't realize it. I don't know. All this is just giving me a really bloody headache.
I'm sorry, but that's just too perfect of a reaction.
So we're having a Joker situation here. We have, instead of super sanity, we have super sobriety.
Actually, I want to send you two because I see two drawings.
Wait, I have one question,
Hey,
Curtis.
you got, yes.
Did you just say Joker scenario out loud?
Oh god damn it, you
No.
No.
I am not making our situation worse.
Okay, because I was going to say, the Batman Who Laughs is in this.
Fuck that noise.
No,
I'm out.
No.
No.
Fuck no.
Do not fucking do
Fuck
that,
no.
Brian.
Do you not? He would be the ultimate servant. I'm sorry, he is.
No.
I mean,
I mean,
fine,
yes,
but like,
no.
shit.
Like, yes, but no. What I mean is, yes, it would be a good idea.
Yes.
But
Yes.
no, in the sense of,
Like, god damn it, no.
dear God, what? I don't know what Joker's worse. The one who cut his face off, the one who shot Barbara Gordon, or the one that, actually, the one that did shot Barbara Gordon also was the one that also brutally murdered Jason
Well,
Todd. And
What we
Red
need
Hood.
to do is go to Earth 2 and get the Red Hood.
Yeah?
You know what?
Oh.
Fuck that noise. Let's go to Earth 2.
So I'm very happy you guys are talking about this, because there's a reason why I have the Batman Who Laughs and all of that. You are going to have the ability to go and get a certain Batman character.
Oh.
And it's not who you guys think, because you were saying the Red Hood. There is a certain anti-hero who donned the mantle of Batman and beat Bane half to death.
I was joking. I was thinking the classic Earth 2 Red Hood where he was a hero. Not Jason Todd Red Hood, which is still Earth 1. You're talking John. No, not John.
Azazel. Azrael. Yep.
Oh, well, we got John Constantine in this situation.
Hey, Brian.
Mhm.
I need a perception check from Skeletor
You mean Mumra?
or Mumra. No, okay.
You
Mumra.
go He-Man.
Wait. Oh no.
We haven't come across Skeletor. We haven't come across Skeletor yet. I'm gonna be right back.
You're good.
Mumra.
You're good.
Brian, I have a suggestion.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm just doing a perception roll real quick.
I got
Dude,
confused,
roll a 2.
but I want to apply.
He failed his perception roll. What happens?
Okay, because I want to apply what I sent to you, but I want to apply it to Mumra, because I just realized I did get him backwards. Because I think as you guys are talking, Blake is just considering and thinking, and I think he's actually snuck up behind Mumra as he says, "I do not regret this," and then I think he just hears, "Well, then I don't regret this." And he feels a hand on his shoulder, and I am going to,
Yeah.
Whoa!
Because-
What the fuck?
What's gonna happen to Mumra?
Well, should I have to roll or
Actually, give me a roll. Roll me. I want you to roll. Just roll me a d20. Just a
Okay.
d20. Simple d20. Because I need to know something. Just one thing about where I'm going in the direction for this.
What I'm thinking is, I'm gonna text it because I want to throw it as pride.
Oh my god. I can't believe he did this to Mumra. You already knew where I was going with this because Mumra, she starts to change. Well, he starts to change, but he starts to become a girl.
We're doing what to Mumra?
Hold on, this is where it happens.
Because I
Now,
just
by the
got
way,
back
that's a
and
19 on the dice.
I just got back and I hear he starts turning into a girl, and I'm like,
All of a
fuck me,
sudden,
what?
all of a sudden, you see a glittering, glowing outline appear on Mumra.
I sort of had a fit. I actually had
Hold
kind of
on,
a.
I have to look up something real quick because I have to make sure I
Bryce,
say this
I want
right.
to throw a description to you. What I'm thinking too. What he's doing.
I just had a quick question. Do all of us notice what he's doing to Mumra?
I mean, it's a bright Sailor Moon style magical girl
Look,
transformation.
with just one touch, it happens.
Frank goes, "What the fuck?" Like he just goes, "What the fuck was that?"
It's Blake. And that's all
Pretty
Curtis
time.
says.
So the glittering form starts to stand taller, and you see she has long blonde hair, and she holds up her arm as what appears to be a sword appears from her hand, as you just hear, "For the honor of Grayskull, I
No.
have the power."
We've turned
No!
we've turned Mumra.
She-Ra.
We've turned
You
Mumra
literally
into
start-
She-Ra.
You literally start to hear this coming from nowhere as you just hear a She-Ra, She-Ra,
Frank just
as
facepalms.
She-Ra, Princess of Power, stands before you.
I am way too sober for this.
But not
Frank-
Mumra.
Not Mumra.
Not anymore.
Mumra has
Okay.
been reincarnated into She-Ra, Princess of Power.
All right.
Jesus.
I'm going to have to stop the game real quick.
Okay. Am I
And-
doing okay?
Huh?
Dude, you're doing fine.
Yeah,
You
you're
haven't
doing
done
fine.
anything.
No, I'm stopping the game because it's something that I have to talk about.
Hit me with it.
It's fair to say that when we all were younger kids, that we all pretended to be part of the TV shows we loved, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We were always the extra Power Ranger. We were always a member of the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
So on and so forth, right? I'm
Uh-huh.
not alone in this.
I always did that, dude.
Always.
Okay. Yeah, so part of the whole thing that got me started with writing was writing fanfics,
Mhm.
which were multi-universal crossovers. I originally started as writing Sailor Moon fanfics, but I had my character be a mutant, like the X-Men, and he traveled over and he worked with the X-Men for a while, and he, there was a time in my life where I pretended to be the leader of basically a super Justice League. All of the heroes from, like, all of the cartoons I used to watch in one massive team. And Brian, you just set up something in motion that you are going to regret.
Brian, I'm thinking. I want to throw something to you too for this too.
Mm-hmm. Well, oh my god, so I'm just going to reveal it right now because I already know I'm going to get it. I still have 3 more members of your guys' team you have to get because I already told you it's Azrael.
Right.
But you also have to go get Raphael.
Which one? 80s?
Brian.
2000?
2003, baby!
All right. I was going to say the original comic, 80s, 2003, 2012.
Quick question, Brian. By the way,
Mm-hmm.
if we're talking about Yoshikage Kira, are we talking early form, late form, or middle form?
Oh, you asked the golden question. Yeah, Dice, it's the last form, dude.
Oh,
Also,
fuck, let me
has
see here.
anybody read The
Rewind
Last
time.
Ronin?
There's a
So if
reason
you-
why the trays were able to get to you guys. There's a little hidden secret about that. There's...
So he. Oh wait, that I know what the secret is.
Yeah.
God damn it, Brian! Don't tell me. There's someone watching us that's in a photo, isn't there?
Could be.
Where do you think Normal is?
Oh, that little bitch. Nermal's a spy?
Frank,
Yeah.
Frank realizes. Wait, describe this the dog guy, the writer guy.
Oh, that's all on you, Earl.
Describe everything you were told down to the letter.
Wait, who?
Oh yeah.
He's asking you
The
about John
guy with the
Arbuckle.
cat.
Oh, about John Arbuckle? Yeah. I'll tell him everything that I saw and whatnot, and what happened with Cerberus and everything like that.
Frank, ask, does anyone have a drink?
Earl
need
snaps a Earl snaps a finger, and a 12-pack of Demon Light appears.
I was
Oh,
going to
and
say, we
Tit
are standing
swipes
in front
one?
of Hasturmart that does have a bar, so...
You hear Haster inside go, God damn it, you know I could use the business. That's not fair, guys.
Actually,
Okay, let's go to the bar. Let's go to the bar then. Let's everyone
Brian,
go to
no,
the
I'm gonna say, but-
I actually have sort of a funny suggest. Oh wait, actually no, I have a better suggestion than being She-Ra, by the way.
Oh, okay, hit me with it.
That actually fits this whole thing. Because if you knew your Thundercats lore,
Oh.
Oh, you're
Wait
talking
a
about
minute.
Mumrana, aren't you?
yeah.
Oh, you want it. Oh. Oh.
I think that makes more sense narratively.
It,
There was
it
actually
really
a-
does.
I
It
was
really
saying
does,
there-
because Mumrana had the White Pyramid, and she called upon the ancient forces of good. Or was it light?
This works so much better because yes, because the ancient forces of evil unfortunately got devoured by the lore worm. So yes, the ancient forces of good still would be around.
Which also means then, so instead of a blonde, it'd be they are
Brunette.
black brunette with a white streak.
Love it.
Yep.
Ah.
Posting in Hastermart now. From the... Damn it.
So let's act. So I decided let's go to Hastermart's bar because
All the animated characters follow you. This is when Twilight Sparkle finally awakens and goes, "Oh, you must be Mr. Blake. Thank you so much."
You're welcome, ma'am.
All my friends are gone.
Hold on, I'll be right back real quickly. I'm sorry.
No,
Continue.
no, you're fine, man. You're fine, man. But she just looks at you and goes, "All my friends are gone." But I knew if I was able to get away, we'd be able to save everyone. Because I'm the pillar.
Of course, you're the main character.
She goes, "Unfortunately, so many worlds have disappeared. We've lost so many people. You're literally looking at almost everything that's left. I only don't see 3 of us here." That's right, Curtis. You heard that correctly. Out of all these animations, all these shows, think to yourself, Curtis. You're literally looking at what's left. Twilight Sparkle, Popeye, Lion-O. And
That's
she's saying,
sad.
and there's only 3 other ones that are left. That's how much devastation the lore worm and John Arbuckle have been causing.
I gotta die.
I think Blake is just rubbing his chin, and he's actually looking at Mumrana confused because he did not intend to turn them into a girl.
Mumrana just looks at you, Blake, looks down at themselves, and is just... You know what? I will accept this. Because I feel a connection to the ancient forces of good. And I will be able to help in the times to come. But we are having a serious talk after this.
We probably are, because I didn't do that. You've got some identity. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be frank. All I did was give you one chance to choose something to reincarnate into. You made that decision. And I'm not disrespecting you, and I will accept it, but you cannot blame me for that.
You know...
And considering what I just saw, and he motions over to Lionel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God!
I'm just gonna say it.
Are you saying they went from enemies to?
No, I'm just saying. No, he's saying like I'm just gonna say it right now. He's the only thing you have left, so it makes perfect sense. If you had one chance to become something else, it would be something. But I'm just gonna say you cannot blame me for that. I gave you one free choice.
You know, Snarf just pulls on Mumrana's cloak and just goes, you know, it is 2022. Snarf, Snarf. Mumrana just rolls her eyes. It's just...
Also, I did not choose those clothes. We need to get you to the shop. They're bouncing all over. He turns away.
Aisles 12 to 15, and Curtis just points to the back.
Mumrana is embarrassed and is just heading towards the back, towards the clothing area.
Hang on. And Curtis snaps and summons some mandrakes.
Mama,
Please help the miss to find some comfortable clothes that they don't mind wearing.
Mama. And they literally stand. So what they do is they stand on top of each other and they take Mumrana's hand.
That's adorable.
Mama. I love them.
I'll be right back, y'all.
They're awesome.
Mumrana's just, I love them.
They get that a lot. Curtis is gonna. He's unmorphed, by the way. He's gonna sit down and look at Twilight Sparkle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also gonna admit one thing. This is the first I've heard of this character. I just looked up gender pent Mumrana.
Oh yeah, no, it was like season 2, I think. Mumrana. Yeah, I am not just a font of weird Transformer knowledge.
Oh, so you might know because back in the day, the same animation studio, they made the great cartoon Silverhawks.
Uh-huh.
And back in the 2003 Thundercats cartoon, the masterpiece.
2011.
Sorry, 2011. Sorry, my bad. The 2011 masterpiece.
There was one episode where you saw Mumra talking to Monstar.
He was his master. Monstar was the master.
There was also one of the monitors showing a certain tiger shark.
Yep. Okay, good. So when I talk about Monstar, you're gonna know who I'm talking about.
I'm going to freak out because oh fuck me.
Holy crap, I just realized something, guys. There's actually fridge logic for this happening in the 1985 series.
Of what cartoon?
Of Thundercats, because you remember what Mumra's singular weakness was.
Well, let's see. He could only be out in the sun when he was transformed, and only for like an hour or something, I think? Or was the light issue from the 2011 series. But he could not stand his own reflection. That immediately took away the ever-living powers, reverting him to his Mum-Ra form and forcing him back into his pyramid.
So this all makes perfect sense for the character. If they literally cannot stand their own face.
But so, what did Curtis want to say to Twilight Sparkle?
Okay.
He's going to sit down and say, It's you, Popeye, Lion-O, and 3 others.
Good
Yes.
question.
Yes,
You-
yes, Dice.
First, sorry to interrupt. What did I miss? Can you set up real quickly? When I had to go to the bathroom.
We were just nerding out, actually.
Exactly.
Okay.
You didn't miss anything, thankfully. You actually came right back at the perfect time.
Okay, and dang it, I finally get to crack out my Lovecraftian cocktails book.
Nice.
Nice.
And I just sent the reason what I sent for Nick was the Hell's Resident. I think I can't pronounce it correctly, but my brain's kind of failing me. But can you guys read that? It's Hell's Residente.
Hell's Residente?
I think
If
that's what
it's like an E with a over the top, then yeah, it's probably Residente.
Yeah, it has like an E at the very end of Resident.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
this
probably
looks-
Residente then.
Residente.
So
that's a-
I am going to apologize for the next 5 to 10 minutes as I kind of take over the scene.
No
Dude.
problem. My
Um,
character's gonna just order a drink.
That's fair. So it's you 3 and 3 others.
I can actually tell you their names.
What about your world's okay? And I'm going to let you, but there's some other questions I have.
Go ahead.
Your worlds are completely gone. No artifacts remain.
Unfortunately, no.
Complete and total universal annihilation. So the elements of harmony are gone. Laughter, generosity, honesty. Laughter, generosity, honesty.
And that's actually
Kindness.
a good
Kindness, loyalty, magic, friendship is the only one that's left.
Yes, magic is all that's left of our harmony. And this is actually when you guys are all going to notice something about these animated characters. They're animated, yet little bits and pieces of their body appear to be becoming real.
Well, that just adds a.
There's a reason. There's a reason for
No,
this.
I know, I get that. Curtis is thinking, and I'm trying not to metagame, but I mean he's a YouTuber,
Yep.
so he would know. I mean he's
Exactly.
Dice. He's about Dice's age, actually, maybe 30.
Yeah, so it makes complete sense.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Curtis. No, we're just talking about Curtis.
Curtis, his age in game is about
You
your
think I'm-
age, maybe a little older.
Okay, I was like, you think I'm 30?
No.
Like,
No,
dear
25. Maybe I'm saying
I'm almost 25.
Curtis.
I'm almost 25.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
he's-
just close
yeah,
to
he-
what you are.
Curtis is 25. I was saying maybe he was 30 because I
Yeah.
couldn't remember directly. But okay, so he would know different versions, and through YouTube probably know the quote unquote prime versions.
Mhm.
Is there anyone he can talk to that he knows is a multiversal traveler?
There is someone you can talk to. So,
Good, because he wants to get somebody searching for a very specific artifact.
Curtis, I imagine you're actually thinking about this person, and that's when you hear "Oh, wow, there you are, Curtis," and you see Grandfather Azathoth.
Curtis is going to stand up. Grandfather, I need your help.
Oh, actually, sure thing. I felt someone calling me. What can I do, son?
I need you to search the multiverse, or what's left of the multiverse, for a very specific energy source. A very specific artifact.
What am I looking for?
The wisdom of the ages.
I will start hunting now. I will do what I can. And Azathoth, poof! Azathoth begins his hunt. Twilight
Excellent.
Sparkle looks up at you, Curtis, and goes, what happened, what was the scariest part was even Discord tried to protect everyone.
I mean, considering that he actually went through a heel face turn in the later seasons, that actually
Mhm.
isn't surprising.
Frank
just-
grabs everyone a drink.
Yeah,
He
no,
orders
you're-
random different drinks for everyone. Like he ordered
he-
himself a Moscow Ghoul.
Yeah. That's
He
cute.
ordered.
That's funny.
I'm gonna let you guys pick out names for your drinks because there's a lot in here, and
The Golden Devil.
hold on, no,
I think sorry. I just want to get back on track with the RP
No problem.
because this like I said earlier, this is like right up my fucking
oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm just wanted to let you guys know.
No, you're good, dude. You're good.
He's going to actually kneel in front of Twilight Sparkle. I swear to you. And I can't believe my life is such that I am swearing on an ancient and powerful artifact to a cartoon pony. But here we are. By the power of Excalibur, I swear to you that I will do my best to defeat the lore worm and, if I can, restore the multiverse.
Twilight.
That is in fact why I asked Grandfather Azathoth to search out the wisdom of the ages. Because if there is one artifact that could end her plague of hate, it's the Matrix of Leadership.
She looks at you with a cheery smile, and she leans her head, nods her head towards you.
Oh, she's getting a hug.
Oh, I was going to say, and that's when she's actually going to transport memories. So when you hug her, her memories become yours.
Oh.
And you're going to get to see everything.
Oh, dang.
Of when the lore worm first appears in the realm of the friendship of magic. And she appears to, what was Princess Celestia, and she goes, so, can you really give my love true life? And they look at John Arbuckle and they go, well, he's not dead. And she goes, no! He's not flesh and blood. He's trapped in this realm with you. I want him with me. Princess Celestia looks at her and goes, what you ask is beyond me, is beyond anyone of any of the realms. Can't you just be happy being together because you can travel to this realm? The lore worm gets a look on her face, and every pony literally just turns white from fright.
Oh, shit.
She puts on her hat. John looks at her and goes, my love, calm down, baby girl. And he starts to, if you ever seen the scene of John Arbuckle just dancing by himself, he starts doing that for her. And her rage starts to subside.
That meme.
And she starts to dance with John. Not one pony dares to even move. Until finally he gives her a spin. And she goes, you always know exactly what to say. Since that day, you took my heart. Oh, John Arbuckle. He goes, oh, my beautiful love. And he says a name. Her true name. He whispers it in her ear as she melts like butter. He goes, come on, let's get out of here. These little ponies can't help us. And she just goes, well, all right, baby doll. Give me a few minutes. I just have something to take care of here. And that's when Discord crashes through the ceiling and yells for everyone to run. As the lower worm smiles and just says, discord as he drops to the ground and his essence goes into her mouth. Looks at Rainbow Dash and goes, Rainbow Dash, as she falls to the ground, and continues as she just walks through the castle until she stands in front of Princess Celeste and says, now I eat your universe. My Little Pony. Friendship is magic. As everything sucks into her mouth. As Princess Celeste grabs Twilight Sparkle by the mane and throws her through a portal.
Which is doable because they do have the magic mirrors from
Mm-hmm.
Equestria Girls.
As Princess Celeste says, you'll not destroy our pillar so easily. As My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is wiped from the multiverse.
Damn.
Yeah, some serious shit is happening here.
But you guys get basically the gist of. So I kind of took the idea of Hollywood and I made and went with this. So yes, Twilight Sparkle just looks and said it all began, and she started going from world to world, saying that she was looking for a way to turn him flesh and blood, and she could never get her answer until she finally turned her eyes to other worlds. And then she saw you. And she turns to Blake. She saw you turn a group of humans into something else. She saw the moment you transformed all those homeless people, Blake.
Oh, and I did DM you a very important question, Brian.
Well, I'm going to read that real quick before I continue. But yeah, and as Eric said, some very serious shit happened. Oh, yes. So, Sean, they are still animated, but bits of them are becoming real.
I think Blake looks around the room and can I do an I want to think. I'm thinking about this. I think Blake would think about this and notice this. Also, quick question:
Yes.
In becoming real,
Mm-hmm.
there's a very interesting question to be asked.
Mm-hmm.
Are the biped humanoids, are they turning into real non-bipedal versions of themselves, or are
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have a purple-furred actual pony running around.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is
still intelligent, I'm assuming. Just real.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, because
But there's still
thinking
just
about Twilight Sparkle. There's a thing about their thing.
Oh, I got you. No, I got you. So,
oh yeah, you're talking about how when they cross over to that one world, Equestria Girls, they actually become human, just their color.
Yeah.
So she would be a purple human, no horn, no wings, unless magic is involved, but purple human.
And this is when she tells you, that's when she found out that with each pillar that fell, the last of us that remain slowly became more attuned to your world, becoming more of what your world is. And that's when she figured out that if we're all gone, her love will be flesh and blood, and then she just needs one last piece of the puzzle. She needs him to break him through this veil, because she exists outside of our plane, outside of everything. And even if her love is brought to be flesh and blood, he still can't join her. He needs to become something more. And that's where you come in, Blake. But the
Frank
only
raises his hand.
Yes. She looks at you and goes, yes.
Question:
Yes.
Do any of you have souls?
She looks. She cocks her head at you and gives you kind of that look of like, really? Yes.
No, I'm being.
Yes, we have souls.
He then looks at everyone. And why she doesn't crab him into a body like my patron did? Like,
That's
literally.
that's
You
the
think
thing.
this is my main? Like, I don't even remember my original body. I don't even remember my being different than who I am right now. Like, flat out, she could just cram his soul into a different body. That's from this universe, and da 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 da. There you go. They're done.
If she was going this far, if she's gone this far, then that was probably one of the first things she figured on trying to do, and it didn't work.
There you
No,
go.
we don't know.
I mean, it's basic extrapolation. Unless she's just that stupid. But
Frank
considering
looks at her. Like,
I mean,
not a lot
okay,
of people do it.
fair.
I mean,
Okay,
like,
fair.
look at
fair.
me. I don't really know the procedure, what was done on me. All I know is this is like,
I understand what
how
I
to describe it would be.
So Twilight Sparkle actually looks at you and goes, "That actually is a very good point and a very good question." The thing is that it wouldn't physically be him. She wants him. She wants him in his form, his everything. And even though you're seeing her, you're not really seeing her. She's only able to cast the merest fragment of herself into this plane. I imagine that has to do with the one that you called Grandfather Azathoth. I feel that he is doing his best to hold her back from even entering. And for them to be together, he needs to become something that can punch through that wall.
A
The only-
god.
Exactly.
Why does
Well,
everyone come here to become a god? Why doesn't anyone come here to just stop being a god? Like,
Because
unknowingly,
it's like
unknowingly.
I had a quick question. Is there a peaceful solution we can figure out for this situation?
that is why I had Azathoth search for the wisdom of the ages. Because if there is one thing that would have the answer, it is the collective wisdom of a race of beings that can live literally millions of years per individual.
My apologies for saying this, but at the same time, for the safety of Hastermart, and I guess the world,
Worlds. We're at a multiversal threat right now.
could we find a way to give her what she wants, and then trap her in her love into a subspace pocket space, to let them just enjoy their life together for the other, pardon my French, fuck rest of their life. Because
That is
face
what
it,
that is again an answer that will hopefully we can find. Because right
Because-
now I don't know if that's possible.
true, but as a
At the same time, there's also a small part of me that's saying if we give the villain what they want, the villain wins. And there's a small part of me that is like, we can't do that.
well, we could give them the drug cheese situation.
So Twilight's
Get-
going to look at you and go, to give her what she wants, we must die. Twilight looks at you. Popeye looks at you. Lion-O is looking at you.
Frank thinks for a second. What if we can fall off the body idea? I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's a good alternative. I mean, look at me. I'm enjoying life. I'm having fun.
But as Twilight Sparkle said, that would be putting his soul into a body that would not be him. She wants him real. And that can only be done this certain way.
I want to use a bonus action to cast a
Hit me with it.
cantrip.
Ooh, go! You don't even have to use a bonus action. What cantrip would you like to cast?
I am using a moment to think.
Oh.
So
Wait, doesn't one of you guys have Tiamat's tiny hut as well?
I
No,
honestly don't know.
Crap, I
I
can't remember if
have.
anyone has.
Oh.
But no. But go ahead though. Please tell me more. I'm loving this idea of where you're going.
Yeah, because I freeze time for a moment.
Dice.
Hmm?
I want to say that you have a very good idea, but unfortunately, I don't think it's going to work simply because of what Brian has already said is
Okay.
motivating the villain.
It's unfortunate. It's like that is actually a really good idea, but
It really is. It would solve the problem. Unfortunately, it
well,
is exactly not what she wants.
But cramming her love into a different being. I mean,
Correct.
he'll be
She
alive, kind of.
he would, but she wants him, fully him, looking like him. His essence in another body wouldn't cut it for her.
There is something
Because-
called plastic surgery, though.
get exactly where you're coming from, dude. It's
Yeah,
just
no, you're being rational, and unfortunately, she's an
horrible.
she's a horrendously
Being-
eldritch being motivated by 1980s cartoon supervillain logic. Her choo-choo hath gone chugging round the bend.
I know, but the funny thing is, like, Frank, it's like, I don't get me wrong, Frank is like, I'm just trying to be, like, play Frank as, like, he is,
No,
that was a great suggestion, dude.
Yeah, and I just want to make it known to you that we all think it's a great idea. Just
it's not
you
gonna
know,
work in this situation. Yeah, I just,
out of character. In character is completely different.
yeah, like, I know Frank is, like, he's pretty much, like, I really don't want to deal, like, he's the type of guy who, if there's a situation he really doesn't want to deal with, he will try to find ways to deal with it as that as possibly as possible. But like, did you get the joke of the poison cheese scenario?
No, actually, I kind of the
So-
audio kind of messed up on that.
So we give her what she thinks she wants, when in
Right.
reality, it just ends up screwing up everything.
The old switcheroo.
I mean, it's a good idea, but at the same time, we have to make sure that she and John/Garfield cannot come back for revenge. Because if she does, she's going to be coming for our asses because we betrayed her.
Quick question: since cartoons are kind of becoming real, I had a actually I had a
Well,
funny
can
thought.
I do my thing? Because I'm
Sure.
actually on the same track, but I want to finish my thing.
Oh
sorry.
no! I figured we
No
Yeah,
problem.
no,
time freezes.
Yeah, I figured we were talking and you were figuring
Hey, my bad.
it out
My bad.
inside your time freeze.
My apologies.
But yes,
Because-
so what do you want to do in this moment now?
Because moment to think, it's a transmutation chronomancy spell from Volda's Book of
Ooh.
When you cast a spell, you briefly stop time for everyone but yourself. You can take one additional action to move around in your space while no time passes around for other creatures. This action can be used to only take the search or use object action, or to make an intelligence check to try to remember information about something. Furthermore, you can't affect or damage any creature or object other than objects you are wearing or carrying. If an object leaves your hand, it also becomes frozen in time. And what I'm going to try to do is, I think that Blake is thinking about the suggestion of putting John Arbuckle in a body, and he has the thought that we've got it backwards.
Backwards.
So I
you
want to do
say.
an intelligence check to try to figure out if Blake, using his connection as the Avatar of Fate, or they're not the Avatar of Fate, the
Potential.
yeah, or using I know we gave it a different name in this, and I can't remember because it's been so long since I referred to it. He's a it's not a concept. What was the term?
Avatar?
No, like it was like in the scale.
Oh. Brian,
Hmm.
what's your power scale?
You want to know about where does John fall on it?
Oh no!
He's saying Sean wants to know if he could, roll an intelligence check.
I can't remember
because-
what Blake is. Basically, I'm trying to use the right terminology for future. Because it's
No,
been so long
no.
since
No,
we
no,
called him what he is.
No. You're good. I'm pulling it up right now. This is why I'm glad I saved this in the Hasturmart chat. So, Blake. Actually, wait. No, I'm sorry. So, right now, until you activate your powers fully, you are technically a mimetic being. When you activate your powers fully, you're a primordial.
Okay.
Damn!
Can I activate my powers in this moment to try to tap into him for the intelligence check? Because I'm trying to see.
Are you? This is the only time I'll ask. Are you? Well, actually, we're getting near the end of the session, so go ahead.
Yeah, because I think that's why I froze time too. So just so that to make it safe for anyone else, so I don't
roll this intelligence check with advantage.
Because I think this is it's just for the safety, so someone doesn't touch him, and suddenly we have pop it bet the sailor girl or. Where's my? I know I have another. There we go. All right. Okay, that is a 16.
Okay. I wasn't asking much for this intelligence check. Repeat your question for me one more time.
Blake is trying to see if he knows anything about how he's considering what was suggested putting John in a body, and he has the reverse thought if there's anything he knows he's thinking we're looking at it the wrong way. Is there any way to contain the lore worm in a body of its own and give it what it wants without having to give it basically don't bring John up, bring the lore worm down to his level.
Blake's eyes glow as he rises into the air.
And no one sees because it's invisible.
I know. I'm just painting the because it's cool. So you see many scenarios before your eyes. But here's the thing that you keep seeing is that in the end, something goes wrong, and she is displeased and devours everything. But you do see one solution that is pretty much kind of like your idea that you're thinking of containing her in a body. And it's kind of like Dice's idea. But instead of giving John a body, you turn the lower worm into a cartoon. But you know you're going to need help. Your powers only work on those of physical and flesh for when you're changing that. If you want to change them fully into that. If you want to change someone into the world of animation, you need the Emotion Lord.
The Emotion Lord?
If you know Bravest Warriors, you know what an Emotion Lord is.
Oh, sure. I thought we were going to have to hunt down Hollywood.
The idea is you're essentially turning the lore worm into Hollywood.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
okay.
And then using your two powers together, you seal them in their own little pocket. Bye bye. As cartoons. And with her turned into a cartoon, you would free all of those animations that have been trapped inside of her. And you just see an old man in blue armor that's kind of bald on top of his head, but he has longish white hair, and he's just, what am I going to do with all this motor oil? As he turns to look in your direction, you're like, wait a minute, how the hell can he see me? Well, howdy there, bub. I'll be seeing you soon. As he goes, I'm going to get some popcorn. As he just walks away, he goes, but I got to wait for the bus. And even in your own vision, you see a bus pull up.
Wow.
Bye, son. And he hops on the bus and just drives away. That is the emotion lord you must find. I will post a picture of him real quick for you. So this has been kind of a dream of mine to run this fan fiction I've been kind of working on, because I actually had a villain that was like the lore worm, but it was a male. And I had it going to different animations from all across, from anime and all that, destroying them, leaving only a few heroes left.
Oh, Zatanna.
So,
Eyes glowing, you know.
so what do you? And hold on, I'm getting the picture for you right now of an emotion lord. This is the gentleman you have to find.
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna hate this, aren't I?
It's by Pendleton Ward, the guy who did Adventure Time.
Ah.
And I love anything by Pendleton Ward, and I'm not going to disrespect his work by doing it bad. So don't worry,
that's
it's
fair.
not. Like, honestly, I'm trying to do justice to all these characters. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody's work.
I mean, you've been doing good so far.
I think so.
I mean, we are twisting things left, right, and center, so you know.
No, I got you, but at the same, it's like I don't want to take it too far. So
I mean, to be fair, we kind of
we already have.
we did gender bend Mumra into Mumrana, so
but
you know.
we're having, but
if that's the worst it gets,
exactly. So, but Blake, what do you do with this knowledge you have just obtained?
And no, Sean, that is not a slam to you. You do not get to beat yourself up. You will not spiral. I won't allow it.
No,
well,
dude,
it was it didn't gender, man. It was a reincarnation.
We actually, and me and Sean agreed on this,
reincarnation.
and me and Sean agreed on that together. So
okay,
that's not on. It's like, if anything, that'd be on me for letting that happen. So, but
well, considering that he was working on art earlier today, and Dante got commented on it, and it hurt Sean's feelings. So you know,
I told him and I explained it to him, and he was like, "Fine." He didn't realize I wasn't drawing that character. That's why he was just.
I got you.
Good on that end.
But but Blake, but on a serious note, Sean, what do you do with this knowledge you have just obtained? Okay. And time is still frozen, so you still have a little bit before you can reactivate it. And while you're in this frozen time, you just hear "Oh, there you are, Blake," and there's Mando behind you.
Oh,
damn!
Hey, Mando. He turns around.
You look like you have a lot on your mind.
I think I found a solution, but we're gonna have to chase down an old man.
Yes, the one known as the Emotion Lord. What is funny, my own counterpart follows him. He calls himself the concierge as well. That might serve us well if I can find him and talk to him. I will do my best on that part. But be careful. Getting to the Emotion Lord is going to be dangerous. But I know you can do it, Blake.
I think Blake is thinking on it, and he nods. He goes, but he pauses, and he goes, "There, she was right, because doing this, these multiversal things, if we fix this, there's always going to be a Mumra, and it's not going to be her, is it?"
Blake, if you think only on that end of what will always come bad, there is always an answer for this. So, I think back to how you mortals watched those anime. I think back to Dragon Ball Z. The hero Goku allowed himself to stay dead because he believed that with him gone, there would never be any more villains to ever visit the Earth because he was the attraction for it. And yet, what happened in Dragon Ball Z? the Majin Buu arc happened. Goku was not present on the Earth. There was no reason for it. So Blake, these things happen.
No,
It will happen over time. There will always be someone who thinks themselves bad and evil. What you need to focus.
No, I know, I get that, man. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying. Besides this big multiversal stuff we need to handle, I need to make sure they have a home here if they want to stay.
Oh, I understand.
I'm not gonna force. They gave up what little power they had to make sure we had a chance. I had to give
Blake,
them.
I understand.
Yeah.
No, you have no fault. And yes. But here's the thing. They're here to fight with you. They're not asking for nothing in return.
No, I get it. I'm gonna have to prepare myself because I hate to say it, but I he kind of laughs nervously and rubs his face. It's like, it is stupid that from what little I know of this lore worm, I feel bad for it. I empathize. It sounds like it has what I always worried about when I fully accepted this, what would happen if I fully accepted his power. I have a solution, but it doesn't feel right. I'm gonna this is the plan we have forward, but
You are second guessing if you have the right to make such a decision against someone, and maybe she's not wrong. Blake, you have a good heart, and that's what makes you deserving of being a primordial, because you bring something new to the council. You bring something new to our vision. You bring empathy. You bring love. Something we higher entities have never truly understood. But let me just tell you, there is a thing that even if you think you're being sympathetic and all that, you can still be wrong. Because in her selfish desire for what she calls her love, she brings destruction, devastation. But I will say this. Even before she was hunting such a thing, she's always been like this, Blake. I had a friend so very long ago. I wish I could remember his name. But his name was eaten so very long ago, Blake. The one thing I remember, though, is he had the best sense of fashion. Him in those zoot suits. And he just wanted to help people, Blake. But if you think you see good in her, Blake, I will trust your decision.
I think I'm gonna follow this path, Mano, but like you said, I bring something to the table that isn't there. Empathy, love. This is the plan we're going with, but if I to quote the Undertale community, I'm not going the genocide route. I am going the route that may lead to pacifist or whatever the ultimate ending is in that game. I haven't actually played it. I just hear.
I think it is
Curtis.
pacifist.
Which game?
You're right, pacifist. It's the pacifist route.
I thought there was like a second secret route. Like
The neutral route.
Oh no, because I thought there's like, aren't you? Don't people normally do, or maybe they normally do neutral route, then they do pacifist route? Because I remember there's a second route, but
Yeah,
you have to go through the.
There's genocide, which you kill everyone. There's the neutral route, and then there's the pacifist route where you don't do anything or kill anyone. I mean,
which is really hard.
Yep.
especially if you don't know about Toriel.
Yeah, I think it's I'm going the neutral route. If this has to go to the genocide route to deal with the thing, I'll do it. But I'm gonna dream for a pacifist route. There's got to be something out there that maybe we don't even remember because it's already eaten it. And I think for a little bit, what I'm thinking as a player, I think somewhere else in the multiverse, a young girl with her adopted nerdy father sneezes and doesn't know why. Because I know, I just figured it away. I figured it out. I figured out a route. Blake hasn't figured out, but I just thought of a way to do a pacifist route.
I have
And-
thought of a worse route. Just
Oh
now.
no!
Could I say it right now?
I actually really like the idea Sean has going on.
All right.
But
No
no.
worries.
But dude, you can still pitch your idea. I'm not telling you not to. Everyone's allowed to have their ideas, dude.
Okay. I had a
And
quick question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To you, Bride.
Yes.
Does a bridge popo exist in
Oh,
this universe?
God. Do we really
Team
want to get that
4-star.
evil going?
So-
Bridge popo.
So, I will entertain your idea.
Okay.
This might actually, if he does exist, what do you want? Are you saying you would want to summon Mr. Popo?
I'm summoning Mr. Popo, and I'm grabbing something from under the bar. From
Oh
Alistair's
no!
cave.
Oh no! You won't be able to do it yet because you'll need a little help.
I'm going to.
Okay, so that's what you want to do.
I'm summoning Mr. Popo, and and Frank has found Alistair's drug stashes.
Oh dear God!
Oh, God. The gallon of LSD.
Brian, because
Yes,
I realized something. Because this is my idea for the pacifist route. Have you seen the season 3 of Solar Opposites?
Yes, I have.
Yes.
I actually just watched that.
The lore worm is the pupa. We just need to.
Oh,
Because you know what, you're right. It is right. It is powerful enough not to be put in one body.
So we make multiple bodies?
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait. I had a
'Cause,
solution.
well, yeah. This is the way I'm saying. This is theoretical. I mean, this is theologically, technically a pacifist route.
Logically. Oh, God.
If we figure out a way to hit the lore worm in such a way that it just becomes a whole new multiverse,
holy shit!
or not a multiverse, a whole new universe of its
No,
own.
No, you were right with the multiverse.
That's fucking genius. Holy shit!
Because
that
that's
makes
what,
a lot of sense.
and
It's a lot better than my idea.
And it calls back to, honey, we've turned into turkeys.
Oh, fuck yeah.
My God!
Because that's exactly how we got a piece of the lore. That's exactly how we got a piece of the lore worm on the side of the library.
Oh my God! It could come full circle.
It's all coming together.
Dude, I love it. I fucking love it. But like I said, you just need a little help. You just gotta get to the emotion lord.
Yeah, because we have to figure out the way to do that too. We have to figure out a way how to punch a god into becoming a universe. We have to set up we have to figure out how to hit a god in such a way that it turns into a big bang and a whole new universe.
I'm sure Eric's going to be able to figure that out with the team members he's going to have. He's literally going to have a monk Popeye, a karate Popeye.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was going to ask Twilight Sparkle who the other 3 are, because she did mention that.
So I would like to reveal for you now. She tells you the other 3 are Azrael, Leonardo, and not Leonardo, Raphael.
Okay.
and Usagi Yojimbo.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Oh, okie dokie then. Oh,
Also, sorry, Sean, if I suggested that idea about Popo. I have
have
two
no
That
idea
ideas.
still
who
happened.
Poopo is.
Oh no, it's from Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
I have two ideas what could happen. We
Like-
either have him gather the Dragon Balls and turn the thing into a different body if the brain's powerful enough. Or B, Popo time.
So it pretty much Eric's already pretty much working on a piece of the puzzle already.
Mhm.
Because I was going to reveal this in a dramatic fashion with the emotion lord that he still needs something to power up. Well, he's already looking for it.
I mean, honestly, if we need an answer, you cannot go wrong with an artifact literally called the Wisdom of the Ages.
True.
can't go wrong.
Yeah. The reason I thought Mr. Popo was I had a funny thought. I was like, there was a reason Alistair kept his drug stashes around, even though he was sober. For the day when he needed to call upon his favor with Mr. Popo.
Okay, that's payment for Popo to give him do something.
I mean, as soon as he mentioned Alistair's drug stashes, I'm like, okay.
Also,
We're basically
Ryan-
gonna bribe him with some good Eldritch Kush.
Exactly.
No,
I'm
worse.
Yep. Wait, no, yes, Sean.
LSD jugs.
Out of character, I want to say
Yeah.
thank you. Because running this,
Mhm.
you've convinced me that as much as what I thought in the past that when you stopped working on that novel was a load of shit, because even with how bad things have gotten the last year, I can still run it. I can still think through a character like this and have him go and say of something that's eaten entire universes and say, let's do better. I can write
Mhm.
Troy.
Dude, it honestly god damn it. That actually really hit me, man. So fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you're a great creative, Brian. And Sean, I'll say it again. So are you.
I think
dude,
everyone here
I only do all this because you laid so much great groundwork for me to work on, dude.
Yeah.
The lore worm ain't mine, that's yours, dude, and I hope I'm doing it justice.
Well, yeah. Well, like I've told you like multiple times, Brian. I like my shit written by other people. I like inspiring people.
He does that to me constantly.
There's like 10 NPCs in Adventures of Attitude that started out as NPCs in a Transformer thing, and
they were NPCs that he came up with, but said, "Hey, how about you flesh these out? I want to see where you take them." So
because
yeah,
I would write out bios for characters that had a beast mode and one line of dialogue. And Eric can confirm this, where I would flesh them out, and while there were some similarities, everyone had their own unique voice. I wrote like 300 bios like that in high.
Oh.
Like
it was amazingly prodigious.
But so we're reaching the end, guys, and I honestly really love the plan that you got going on. And Twilight Sparkle is actually going to her horn glows, and then because I still have no idea where the hell these ponies store shit, but somehow a map appears.
No, you're about close.
Oh,
It's the magical equivalent of subspace.
So she makes a map appear. And on this map, it's been specially located. It's a map of Innsmouth, and you're like, okay. And then you actually see 3 glowing icons. They're the
last 3.
Mm-hmm. But then she's actually going to using the last of her Fellowship of Magic. She's going to bestow upon you one last gift on this map, and that's when you see them appear.
The villains.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, we have a real-time tracking GPS.
And going towards the 2 icons that are the closest, you can figure these are Usagi Yojimbo and Raphael.
Okay.
You see the brightest symbol is going towards them.
Oh, brightest. Would that be Sean and Garfield?
That one is so. Twilight looks at you and goes, "That minion. All I remember is hearing laughter."
Oh,
And this is actually the perfect moment. This is where I'll leave it off on. Because overlooking Raphael and Usagi Yojimbo as many members of the Foot Clan, and then men dressed as clowns but with spiked collars around their necks, and tortured looks on their faces. Just above them,
Is there a
cackling.
spoiled brat in a Robin costume?
There's two of them. Because remember, there was a couple of them he had.
There,
he had fucking leashes and shit.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
he had all 5 of them.
Yep.
There's a specific one I was thinking of, though.
But it's definitely that one, Sean. And you just hear
Fuck
It's
me.
showtime!